Meow, 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 meow. Hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to my club of Cottontails, where we're gonna have one meowing day here in Club Cottontail. So, per the usual, tons of thoughts and feelings all up in the fleshy being that we call Amber. So, it's Wednesday, 'tis hump day, okay? I am the moist maker. You know me as Amber motherfucking Lewis. You can call me Cottontale or that bitch, whatever the fuck you want to call me. It's not what you're called, it's what you respond to. Am I right? So for today, for this fucking hump day, we're going to play some Fortnite, enjoy some tokes, hopefully get some conversation, and distract ourselves from the fact that today is actually a worse mentally low day than yesterday. We're gonna pretend like it's not though. Or do our best to anyway. So it is September 23rd, 2020. It is a Wednesday, and it actually is the second day of fall. I was all sorts of bumbled. I was thinking that yesterday was the second day of fall when it was actually the first day of fall. With as jumbled up as my brain has been lately, it does not surprise me. Um, Not even in the slightest. So I will mention, and really this goes for any Club Cottontail meeting. I'm only going to really talk if I feel like talking or if I have someone to chat with me. That tends to be just how I do it in general, but especially this meeting is going to be that way because I'm not really in a super chatty mood. I'm not looking to just talk to me, myself, and I. That's not what I want to do. Um, So once I am done spreading the moist content, I'm just going to enjoy my bolio and talk to me, myself, and I if I seem fit. But for anyone watching this as posted content or whatnot, it may be quite silent because I get a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I love putting you on in the background." Um, it's like you're chilling with me. Well, you'll be chilling with a silent person if that's the case because I'm just we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, sometimes I say that I'm feeling not chatty, and then all of a sudden I'm telling you my life story. So, who really knows, right? I do know that I have some tea. I had entirely way too much candy yesterday. So, when I was feeling, you know, tired, I'm like, well, it's probably because of all the fucking sucrose bullshit you put into your body yesterday. And I was like, well, you know, you're craving a soda, but that's why you're not gonna have it. Like, only reason I'm even craving that for the little bit of caffeine that it will have is because of all that fucking sugar that we had yesterday. So, I will be eating sugar today. My baby box, I feel like, is gonna be starting to boom soon, so I am definitely craving sweets more than usual. But I will not be eating. Not, I don't even know. I had a shit ton of fruit by the foots yesterday, though. Way too many. That's all I can fucking say. Okay. Also, so I have two of my nails painted. Rainbow actually has the opposite. Her pointer is blue and her thumb is pink. I think it's super cute. So we're matching. And then I actually painted all of her toenails. She has cute little blue toenails right now. It's absolutely adorable. The day before my daughter hits 2 years and 3 months, she let me paint her toenails. She probably would have let me do it sooner. She's very much a girly girl. Come on, moist content. Where you be? There you are. Yes, 'tis hump day. Excuse me. Well, you're looking cute, bitch. You're looking cute, but that's per the usual. It's funny. So, I shared this thing in one group I'm in, just kind of like asking for advice for someone who is, divorcing, single parent, yada, yada, yada. And someone's like, oh, you should find someone real easy. You're very pretty. And I'm like, that's actually one of my insecurities, is that people are only going to want my looks. I know that I'm attractive. I'm gorgeous. I know this. They know that. That's like one of my biggest insecurities, is that people only want me for the physical that they see. They don't want my emotional, my mental, they don't want all that. They just want the physical. So I thought it was kind of funny, and also kind of hurt my feelings that someone was like, "You're very pretty. You should find someone soon." As if how pretty you are physically determines your ability to get a mate. But that's okay. There's a lot of people, especially bigger girls, who have insecurities that someone's not going to want their body. So I get it. Having an individual like myself who very much loves the body she's in and actually has a huge insecurity that that's the only thing that people want from her. Most girls of my size, they don't understand that, because they like when people, leer after them physically. I do not. Okay, phone, don't be a little bitch. There we go. Yes, we are indeed live right motherfucking now. Come say hello, Cottontales. Perfect. So, we'll put that there. Okay, the moist content has been spread sufficient and properly. We have spread content there. Content has been spread. Yes. Spread that moisture all over me. Rub it in like a lotion. So hello motherfuckers, and welcome to my Club of Cottontales. To anyone that may or may not be joining me for this meeting today. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. It is almost 11:30 a.m. So good motherfucking morning from me to you, but good afternoon and good evening to all of my wonderfully delicious Cottontales around the world. I hope you have a phenomenally moist day. For me, I'm actually having a really good day, but I am still kind of in that mental loneliness of romance. It's getting to me. More so the last few days than ever, and it could be that my baby box is going to start booming. Probably sometime this week. Like, it's a good thing that I'm not going down to Vancouver this weekend, because I probably wouldn't be able to get it laid anyways. And a huge portion of me is like, man, I swear my baby box better not start booming, like right before I go to, like, I'll be disappointed if the first weekend of October I'm fucking bleeding, because that means I will be so unhappy. I mean, there's not a chance that I'm going to get laid anyways when I go down to visit my sissy wolf and potential other friends, like my FWB and stuff like that. But if I'm bleeding, I most definitely ain't going to get some, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, for anyone that's incognitally watching or coming across this and is a brand new person, really for the most part, people that come across this brand newly, they're just kind of like thrusted into the randomness. It is what it is, right? Um, but I created my YouTube channel in July of 2016, so 4+ years ago, just as a way for me to have a place for me 100%, because there is no other place where I can be 100% me, and still, I have to follow rules, laws, and regulations here, so still I guess I can't be 100% myself, but more so than other places. Like, for example, I like the word cunt, cunt. That is a word that most people don't like and don't like to see typed. They don't want to be used. I use it for lots of things, from the fact that I make content, to the fact that I like my cunt, to the fact that I am kind of a cunt. But most people don't like that word, so I can't say that word I would say 99% of the places that I go, Club Cottontale is that 1%. Really, like, I think that my Club of Cottontales is probably the one place where you can comfortably say the word cunt. Like, I have literally had people call me it, and I'm like, eh. They're like, "What? Like, do you not care about that?" It actually, I get more pissed off if someone calls me woman. Like, woman? Like, excuse me? What the fuck did you say to me? Boy? Yeah, no. Like, I don't. And it's the context of which you say it, you know what I mean? But even then, like, I don't know. Like, I am a bitch. I am a cunt. So, like, you calling me one is like, okay. That's like saying that I'm fat. It's like, you're stating the delicious obviousness. Oh man, it feels so good to be here in Club Cottontail. Even though I have a sneaking suspicion it is going to be just mainly me, myself, and I for probably the whole thing, if not a good portion of it. Um, I am just kind of excited to be in the Club of Cottontails. We do need to do a little storm preset real quick, so I'm gonna leave it on the kitty, kitty, kitty cat though. So we need to put it on her, but we want to rock her original form. Had we not gotten her, maybe she doesn't have a back bling. Okay, yeah, she doesn't really have a back bling. She has the glider and the pickaxe, so she doesn't have... Oh, and she even has a contrail and a... So we'll have to use all of that, because I want to do as much preset as possible, but she does not have a back bling, which honestly is kind of surprising, because you would think that she would have, like... But I think it's because she gets one with her emote, potentially? I don't know. Alright. Go ahead and use her pickaxe. Use her glider. We'll use her contrail. And then we'll use her... You know what's funny is we didn't use the Groot wrap when we had ran Groot, but that's okay. Fucking Groot was creepy. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So now we have her challenges. So we have to visit the weather station as Storm, so that's why we put Storm on. It's pretty dope. Not gonna lie. Wings of the Goddess. That's pretty fucking savage. Savage. She's a savage. Alright, so of the weekly challenges, really, like, destroying gatherers, I have been starting to do, so we'll get that 25. But Iron Man and Doctor Doom, those are just things that I really just don't foresee me ever doing, like, ever. Like, ever, ever. So, there's, like, no point in me even trying. Really? Oh, I hate when it puts it on shuffle. Like, damn it, you. Like, damn it's used. Okay, let's see what we have here. Eliminate Doom Henchmen. Okay, cool. Eliminate opponents. Okay. Use bandages or medkits. Boom, done. Search ammo boobies. Done. And then, of course, the deal damage with explosive weapons, which we can never seem to do because it entails you getting set explosive weapon. You know, it's so funny on days where I kind of feel like I question, I'm like, do I want to look at myself? I feel like those days I look the best in my viewfinder. Like, there's times when I put on cam and I'm like, damn, bitch, you were looking so haggard. You were looking so rough. And I'm like, whatever. And then days like today where I'm like feeling kind of rough and haggard mentally, I like don't feel it physically whatsoever. I was actually like looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, like, how you doing, bitch? But I find that, my body is sort of that way, is like, I have confidence in myself, so when I'm feeling low in one place, it gives me in another. uh, Hello, welcome to Club Cottontail.
I just gave Junior lunch. I gave her some JoJo's and chicken because she's so into that right now. Can I run up to Miller's to grab an energy drink and just so I'm tired?
Alright, man.
Do you need anything? Archie beer? I just wanted to bring it up now because I didn't want to fall asleep.
Well, you're gonna need to leave that open because since you're leaving, I need to be able to hear her.
Just be right back, okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Should he have grabbed that before he got home? Probably, but it is what it is. I could tell when he got home that he was tired, so I'm just glad that he fucking said something finally. Just finished my caffeinated tea. Well, I don't remember what I was saying because obviously getting interrupted by the X is going to completely make our brains go to mush. So, and also, I now need to listen for rainbows, so kind of switches up the whole dynamic of everything. What was I saying and doing? Ah, man, life is so fun. Because, see, when I watch her when she's eating, I don't like to do other stuff. Because I want my attention to be 100% on her and my medicine I'm usually having when she's having her lunch. That is not the case here. See, I have been supposed to be allowed to have my me time for a while now, and now everything's misconstrued. So my brain is trying to even just like figure out what the hell I'm gonna do next, because I'm having a panic attack. I can feel it welling up in my face right now, so that's fun. Because like, and I had already needed to have medicine, like that was already something that needed to happen, and now I still need that, but I can't just conscientiously do other stuff. So frustrating. And I was comfortable in the perfect spot. Yep, I'm just checking on you, sweetie. Dad pisses me off. Because he knew he was tired when he got off of work. He should have grabbed the whatever the fuck he needed to grab when he stopped to grab that fucking food. He stopped at a little fucking store to get himself some food, but didn't think to get himself his fucking energy drink. Ugh, fucking. It is what it is. It is what it is. And see, what's even more fucked up is that I can't even point out any of that stuff because I still have to walk on eggshells. You know what I mean? Like, just because I finally, stood up for myself and not let his manipulativeness take me over. But I feel like it falls under the lines of being manipulative. Because he fucking, like, he stopped at a fucking store. That's why I have these. Because he fucking asked me, is there anything that you want? I'm stopping to get myself food because I feel peckish. And then the same sort of thing, he comes here and tells me that he needs to go get himself an energy drink and he's asking if I want something else. Like, no, dude, I do not want to continue to spend money that doesn't need to be fucking spent. I don't want to continue to waste fucking gas when it doesn't need to be wasted. All because you're too stupid to fucking do things right when you need to. Oh man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until after this is all said and done, and it's going to take a really fucking long time because I don't have anywhere to go until I get my benefits, but I cannot fucking wait until that day so that I never have to fucking share a living environment with him ever again. I feel bad for his girlfriend. Guarantee he's just manipulating her. Like, why else would the universe give a mental abuser a fucking romantic relationship when I'm sitting here open, honest, and willing and able to love, and I don't get it, but the person who mentally abused me does? In what universe does that fucking make sense? Ugh. And see, I was already in a mentally low day, and then this motherfucker, like, it's just bullshit. And now I have to be on edge because of who knows when he's going to be back. The little store that he's going to should literally take him 10 minutes to do it, but it always takes 20 minutes. And he always blames it on it being busy inside this little-ass convenience store. It's fucking bullshit. And just the way that he, like, knocked and he talks all fucking meekly. I fucking hate that bullshit, too. Around other people, he's one way. And when no one's there, he's a whole other fucking other way. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to never have to fucking look at his stupid fucking face ever again. And I have people that go, well, you have a kid with him. Like, you're going to look at your daughter and see him. I'm like, she may have his hair color and eye color, but she looks exactly like me. So no, it's like looking in a cute little mirror. Does she have his stubborn attitude? Well, yeah. But good habits will counteract that bullshit. Of course he would butt in to my fucking time, because he always fucking does that. I could tell when he fucking got home because he was being a jerk. And it's bullshit. And that's what this was. He was trying to butter me up. He always fucking does that, asking me if I want something when damn well knows that I don't fucking want shit. It's fucking bullshit. Fuck. And now I just have to wait for his bitch ass to get back here so then I can actually continue to do what I was doing to get myself back to a fucking place where I can actually do my duties the rest of the evening because I actually care about being a good parent. See, and that's something else. He already fucking knows that I wasn't just gonna fucking sit there and continue my meeting while he leaves and I'm needing to watch her. Like, it's just so fucked up. He doesn't fucking think about anyone other than himself because he's a psychopathic fucking loser. Fucking bullshit. To wait for his bitch ass to get back here. But see, that's okay. This is exactly why. Like, whereas I may be very, very, very romantically lonely, I will never get into a relationship with someone who has red flags. That's like Red Ranger. Unfortunately, that's just someone that will be my friend, even if he fucking does eventually talk to me. Like, and yet again, it's just someone else that I gave romantic energy that did not deserve it. But that's the universe showing me, like, hey, you shouldn't be giving these motherfuckers your energy because they're not going to reciprocate it. They're just succubuses. And now I have to wait for fucking succubus number 1 to fucking get back from... that's what's annoying me the most about this, is he should have gotten himself his stupid fucking energy drink when he stopped to get himself food. Any excuse to fucking leave the house, any excuse to spend money, any excuse to waste gas. seriously fucking hate him so much. Oh good, he's back. That's funny how that went so fucking fast, and every other time it takes him a shit ton long time to do it. That just proves that those other times he was fucking going and doing something he wasn't supposed to, instead of just going to the fucking store and getting back. Were you gonna sit in the car and have your fucking cigarette? Because what, the car ride there wasn't long enough? You gotta be fucking kidding me. This motherfucking loser is just sitting in the fucking car. Yep, just sitting there casually having his fucking cigarette that he won't wash his hands when he gets inside. Yeah, Daddy's back. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully now I can actually get back to my regularly scheduled fucking me time. Fuck. Fucking hate him so fucking much. Seriously though, that was the fastest that he's ever gone to that fucking little store. Literally every other time takes 15, 20 minutes longer than what that just took. Which leads me to believe that I always had suspicions that he was doing shit that he wasn't. And guess what? 95% of the time, guess who was right? So, I don't like to assume because it does make an ass out of you and me, but I could sit here and assume and I'd probably be right. So, on that note, let's fucking actually enjoy our toke that we were already needing to have before our ex decided to be a manipulative asshole. Per the usual. Because that was definitely manipulative. That was him just wanting to leave, to have a cigarette, to do whatever. Because if he was legitimately feeling tired, he would have grabbed himself those fucking sodas when he went to give himself food. But did he? Fuck no. God, I fucking hate him so fucking much. I just can't even fucking stand him. I'm gonna put more fucking sugar wax on this. There's a little bit on it, but we want more. We want to feel it. Oh, thank you, because I apparently wanted it to get flung in my face. Shit. See, and what I was probably getting ready to do was grind more up for future Amber, and then, medicate current Amber, but then all the things got fuckered up. So, let's just put on some music and, start all the fuck over, you know what I mean? Okay, so, hi Amber. Yes, you. That Amber motherfucking Lewis, you. Welcome to our club of Cottontales, where we're going to utilize it the way that we always utilize it, for our own delicious moisture. We're going to work on some Fortnite challenges because that helps keep the moisture flowing. You're also going to get out any thoughts and feelings that you feel like you might want to get out, so you don't keep them inside you, festering to come out at a later time and more intense than intended. What up, Jamie? Tis hump day indeed. You can always tell a hump day because the universe is trying to fuck you. Get this medicine in me. And hey, maybe a person popping in means that I'll actually get some conversation for this meeting. That will be nice. Definitely is needed. Anyone that's been here since the beginning of the meeting, they already kind of know the thoughts and the feelings. For anyone who doesn't know, yesterday, whereas it's been a good day and today's a good day too, yesterday was a very mentally low day due to lack of romantic affections and it getting to me. And secret, today is even worse. So, whereas it is a great motherfucking day as any day is, for anyone who doesn't know, my club of Kottontales, my live streams, my content, my meetings exist for me just as a way for me to have a place to be me, myself, and I, and talk with me, myself, and I, and hopefully get other stuff. You know, we may get, conversations from other people or, whatnot. So the only guarantee is that I'll be triggered and desensitize myself to it. And gain moisture. That's one thing that Club Cottontale always gives us is an abundance of moisture gains. So anytime that I can have something to help me be more me, we take that very, very moistly inside our bodies and just enjoy it. So I'm going to enjoy this much needed medicine because this was already needed before I had to interrupt the meeting for a moment. So let's enjoy this motherfucker, shall we? Yes, we shall. And let's hope, even if I can't get true romantic affection, that I can actually see my friends with benefits next weekend, and I'm just gonna, snuggle him within reason, because both of our personal bubbles are a bit intense, but it's the only place that we're gonna get any kind of affection, so we'll take it. So, there's this filter right now on Snapchat that animates you, and I'm kind of disappointed because it doesn't pick up colorful hair, so it either just picks up light hair and makes you blonde, or picks up dark hair and makes it brown. I wish that I could take one of my blonde pictures and put the filter on top of it. You know what I mean? That would be bomb. I'd like to do that. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, another way that I distract myself from things is I definitely come to Club Cottontale, obviously. So, I decided to check our view counter. We are so close to 200,000 views on my YouTube channel, and I can't even fucking fathom that. And I swear the last time I looked at it, it was in the 170 somethings, and now it's in the 180 something. That's because we have this one video that just consistently gets Club Cottontalers to pop on into it. It's a gaming with ganja. Gaming with ganja. But it has titties as its... Hold on, I'm going to go into my actual channel so we can look at the exact number. It's super easy. You just go to my videos, and then you go by sort by, and you go to most popular. And that gives you the... Holy shit, yep. The last I looked at it, it was 6.8. And now it's 7.1. How you doing? So it's Gaming with Ganja, episode 29. Little 5-hour beauty. So when that finished 3 years ago, it only had 2,000 some odd views on it. It's at 7.1 thousand. That's so insane. It's so insane. And I love it. The main reason is because, holy fucking opinions. This has 25 opinions on it. Holy shit. Wow. Oh, Take Me On Tuesday. It's so good. It's so good. Holy crap. Wow. Holy shit, yeah. 7,168. How you doing? Um, it has comments on it? Holy shit, who commented? OMG. I mean, it's got titties for the. I don't know if it will show. Ah, see, you can kind of see it, but there's two strippers. Because we took one of our characters to the strip club in Grand Theft Auto 5. And I don't know if it's changed because I haven't played it in a shit ton long time, but when I played it, you guys see titties. And I just happened to get the best thumbnail ever from it. So I'm pretty sure that's why that one consistently, because I mean, it's got 2,000 more than the next one. Like, that one's at 7.1, and the one after that is at 5.4. Damn. The fact that I have videos with 5,000 views on them kind of blows my mind. And it's not just calisthenics with Cottontail. I think that's something else that blows my mind is that obviously you expect it to be on the calisthenics with Cottontail ones because I'm in yoga pants and I'm a fat bitch moving my body. It makes sense that those one gets a shit ton of Cottontails to pop through. It's the ones that are not calisthenics, like the ones where it's gaming, especially. Like, I love that gaming with Ganja one is my top notch. Really? I thought I had already logged into you. Technology, why do I hate you so much sometimes? Also, this medicine is hitting very deliciously. Should I have had medicine before I started the meeting? Probably. But that's one thing is, like, Club Kottontale in itself is like medicine. I just was not expecting to get a hello, and then all of that little bit of fuckery that happened that we don't even have to think about. If you see it, if you end up being a part of that fuckery that happened in that meeting, this meeting, moments ago, sure, go ahead. But I'm medicated now, and that is good. Like, also, I learned that I have such sensitive skin, so my tattooist, she asked me if I have any allergic reactions to some fancy word, but basically it's this adhesive that's used on this second skin thing that's on my tattoo. Uh, I'm I'm not allergic to it, but I definitely had a little bit of a skin irritation around the edges where it was super itchy and red for a while. It's no longer like that, but I have sensitive skin, so I'm gonna let her know that. You know what I mean? Um, just so she can be aware too, you know what I mean? Because she may have clients that will experience the same sort of thing where it does perfectly fine, but every so often they might feel a little bit of agitation along that edge. The edging. Oh God, whenever I think of edging, I think about the last person that I had sex with and how he loved to edge. I could have punched him in the face for as much as he did it. I could punch Assbot in the face too because he doesn't seem to ever want to work. Sometimes he works so lovely, and then other times he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna fuck you the way the universe fucks you. uh, Selfishly, and not the way. That's not the way the universe. Fucking A. I want to go on a hike, you guys. I crave more friends who actually like going and doing things. I have some friends who have gone on a hike with me every so often, but it's the sort of thing that, like, and I love them to pieces. I love you to pieces, but you always complain. Like, I have friends that are like, oh yeah, I'll totally go with you, but then they're literally just like the whole way up. They'll be like, how are you doing this? How are you not tired? Like, I need to take a break. I'm so sorry. I need to take a break. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, what's annoying is that they keep talking about it. Like, I don't care if I have to stop a bunch of times because you can't do something. You know what I mean? But I think what it is that people look at me, and not human nature. You look at someone and you make an assumption, right? So people look at me and their automatic assumption is that I can't do certain things, and that they'd be able to do something better than me. And then when it's not the case, and I end up being able to do something that they can't do and I do it well, it's always really flabbergasting to them. Whenever I go hiking with people, that's always a kind of like, don't you have arthritis? Don't you have issues with your knee? Don't you this? Don't you that? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, but how are you doing this? I'm like, I am. Like, I don't know. Maybe because I actually want to live. Like, I would not wish DID on anyone because it's literally having that feeling of wanting to live and see what day brings. And that ultimate feeling of just wanting to be like, it'd be easier to just die. Like, existing is so painful. Like, it's not painful? Death. Like, but I don't know. It's weird having consistent suicidal thoughts for a very long time, but being mindful enough to look at the positive, even on like a day like today or yesterday. And medicine and Club Cottontail are definitely helping a whole lot because if I wasn't here in Club Cottontail, guarantee I wouldn't have had medicine yet, which would have me still thinking all these irrational racing thoughts. Because it's like, I think that I'm unlovable in a romantic sense. You know what I mean? And then I have to explain to other people because they're like, oh, you're beautiful. Like people will love you for you. And I'm like, I know I'm beautiful and I know people love me for me. They don't romantically love me for me. And I know this because I haven't found it yet. I did, and I was actually talking to Velma about this on Monday when I got my tattoo. Which, by the way, the Batman Day is the last day of summer. My brain has been like scrambled eggs, you guys. What's fucked up is I knew that the autumn equinox was September 22nd. Like, I knew that. I knew that. But for some reason, my brain was just like all scrambled up and was like, no, 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 no. Batman Day is the last day, is the first day of autumn. It's not the last day of summer. Your brain is all twisted. And I'm like, brains, you really need to just like not, because just not. Very disappointed in myself, and I'm glad my sister didn't point it out. She already knows. She already knows how mush mash the brains are lately. But no, seriously. So people think that when you say that you are like lonely or that you're lacking affection and love, that you're just like unable to love yourself or that you don't see that your friends have it, which that's the case for some people, but not for myself. I'm extremely rich in love. Even if I didn't have friends who love me, guess who loves themselves? That's the one thing is like I tell people all the time, you have one person that's going to be with you your whole entire life. Yourself. So you should treat yourself the best. You should love yourself the way you want other people to love you. So on and so forth. I have a shit ton of people who give me love and affection and attention, in a friendly sort of way. And I also have my daughter. You know what I mean? I have an abundant, constant fountain of love and affection that comes from my tiny human being. So I'm not lacking in the basic love and affection that every human being should be giving themselves, and then they'll get it from friends, family, and then that opens it up to where you can get the romantic love. For me, like, I've never been, like, people always tell me, oh, I found the one when I wasn't looking for it. I'm like, let me tell you a funny story. That's how I had every one of my past relationships that were romantic, is I was not looking for love. And in most of those cases, I really did not want a boyfriend, especially when I met what is now going to be my ex-husband. When I met him, like, I did not, like, I even told him, like, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. Like, I just kind of want to, like, have fun. You know what I mean? And it developed into that. Had no idea that it, master manipulator, whatevs, I didn't know that, but, like, I wish I had known that. There's no way of knowing until you know. But anywhoosies, like, I literally, every single time that I came into a romantic relationship, it was at a time where I was not looking for it. So I have people telling me, like, oh, stop looking for it. Like, for me, that's when it fell into my lap. And I'm like, funny that you say that. Last time that I just let it fall into my lap, I married a manipulator who used my mental against me. And probably will still use it against me, going forward. But a whole lot less because I finally, um, for people who have been following me since then, last Thursday, or shit, today is, yeah, it would have been last Thursday. Man, Fuck, it hasn't even been a week. Fuck me. Well, um, last Thursday was one of the best days of my life because I just, I took my fear and I was, still scared, but I want to have my life. And, I deal with, motherfuckers in my own brain constantly telling me that we don't want to continue on. So I don't need people in my real life doing that. You know what I mean? And when that happens, no, I cut that shit off. And I'm glad that, I feel stupid for being allowed to be manipulated, but, there's no reason for me to feel stupid because, that's the whole thing is, I was being manipulated. There's no way to know that you're not. So I'm just glad that, cutting out the middleman and hopefully from here on out, things can be somewhat better. And then consistently use all of that knowledge in the next one. You know what I mean? So I definitely am not going to let it fall into my lap. Will it fall into my lap after I've made a connection? Sure. See, people don't ever take the time to actually listen to me and all my views because my views are so interessante. You know what I mean? And it's like most people think oh, if you're looking for a potential love, that must mean that you're not letting it happen organically. And it's that's stupid. That's how all connections happen. That's why on my Tinder it says that all relationships starts as acquaintances. This hopeless romantic hopes for more. Any non-moron would read that and be able to tell, okay, cool, they're, making natural connections that could go whatever way, but they're hoping to find more. You know what I mean? I've made plenty of connections that are just friendly. Some that are friendly and sexy. You know what I mean? But that's not what I want. You know what I mean? Am I glad that I'm able to get some of those needs filled in some sort of way? A little bit. But that's not what I want. Plus, too many selfish people in this world. Need more people to actually listen, communicate, so then I can have sex and not have my whole body ache for 2 months afterwards because my hip popped out of place. Mm. Hopefully I actually get some people to talk to other than just me, myself, and I's. But, I am my own best company. In some cases, it's nice having all the other Ambers to have a conversation with because, whereas, I definitely have been able to get some more cyber social interaction via Club Cottontale and just, in general, of pushing myself out there. We still don't have any where it's a person hitting me up. I'm still finding that I'm the most extroverted person, and I still struggle daily with my social anxiety, so it is not easy for me to just I have people go, oh, hit me up whenever you're feeling chatty, and I'm like, cool. Oh, guess what happens? I don't hit you up, and they're like, why did you hit me up? I'm like, well, I saw you were live. I'm like, well, then why didn't you come chat to me there? You know what I mean? But that's just it. Is people don't want. I don't know. People, I don't. I try my best not to think of what other people are thinking, but most people, and I can guarantee this, when people hear that you have a YouTube or something like that, they think that you're producing content for the entertainment of others. Which, in all actuality, if they were to actually come to Amber Motherfucking Lewis's Club Cottontale meetings, they would see that it's content made for the enjoyment of the creator. I just hope to get that interaction because that interaction triggers my social anxiety. Lurkers are the worst for my social anxiety. But that's a huge reason why I chose YouTube. It's just a way to be in a controlled place where it'll trigger me and then I'll desensitize myself to it. And then I'll get conversation, whether it be with a stranger or someone that I actually know. Either way, it's going to trigger my social anxiety. People who actually take the time to get to know me and actually have a conversation with me, they find out that A, Amber Motherfucking Lewis on YouTube is just a place to hang out. And two, that I am not just going to easily be able to talk to someone or do, all these things that people like to assume. And it's like, I tell people, you really shouldn't be assuming. Everyone is so fucking different. That's why, like, I do my best to just be myself, strive every day to be that moist motherfucker that you see before you. And then hopefully other people will, be themselves as well. I find that people like to hide something. There's things about us, like for me, I don't like when I have a potential romantic suitor, because I've had a few that fell through, and hey, that's life. But it's a lot. It's like, hey, this person sees someone that they find attractive. Cool. That doesn't really matter. That just means that I know that they have interests. My whole thing is, do you have interest past what you see before you? Because usually when I start to talk, they go, damn, okay, she's beautiful and intelligent, but then they don't really listen. You know what I mean? They're not listening to how I utilize my channel and how I utilize it to help myself mentally and physically. They're not listening that I have these mental and physical challenges. You know what I mean? And that's why I already know I've been ghosted a lot and not had anything go past what it is, because, and it could be just a part of that insecurity that, you know, someone's just going to want me for my physical and not actually want, my emotional love. It's like, that's basically how they all panned out. You know what I mean? The one that gets me the most is Shorty, because, like, he had put, like, it was, like, talk to someone for, like, 2 weeks and you're thinking, like, wow, this is actually, like, it could be something, but then that moment you're at a mentally low place, they just couldn't be there for you, and it's like, fuck, and I'm glad that it happened when it did, because I didn't want to put any more of my energy into that, and it just made me sad knowing that, like, for one, like, I would have had a mentally low day anyways, but I was even lower because I had been giving away my energy and not receiving it back, and that's something that I'm definitely going to have to make sure that in the next time that, like, someone pops up, like Shorty or Red Ranger, the two romantic kind of things that had popped into my life, which they ain't in my life now, so very short-lived, and only, like, one never even got to meeting face to face, you know what I mean? And the other one, like, I got kisses and hugs and a lot of false security that just ain't right and is gonna mess with me for a little bit till I completely get over it. And then that's probably when they'll hit me up, and which will be really fucking sad for them, because I'm not going to respond. And I'll be able to not respond. Like, if they were to text me right now, I already know that, like, it'd be really hard for me to not respond. I do my best not to. What I would hope that I would do is screenshot it and send it to a friend. And hopefully they would tell me not to text him, because knowing my luck, they'd be like, oh, I would text him back. And I'm like, God damn it, that was not what I needed. I really wish that I could have sat for the whole tattoo. I wish that, that could have been a thing. But, I'm just thankful that we were able to get the line work on Batman Day 2020. So, I do, though. I wish that, like, for one, it would look badass with all its colors. But, like, it just wasn't enough tattoo therapy. Come in. I don't feel like getting up. I usually prefer to get up.
Do you want a schmuggable? Well,
You can finish this bowl with me, I guess.
you don't. Hey, how about a no, and I just walk out of here? That's. I'm not trying to impart or anything like that. I just figured I'd ask. Sorry if I was calling you or anything like that. My God, storm shit is so fucking cool.
Feature the X. He's not even supposed to smoke, for one. And that very unhearted thank you was because he got the booty of the bowl. Because he popped in, asking to smoke on something that he already knows that he's not even fucking supposed to be smoking on. Telling you, hump days. They like to fuck you, and you're not always gonna enjoy it. And that's how life is. I seriously though, I hope that he just like it's only 12:12. Like, why can't he just leave me the fuck alone? He's supposed to be taking care of his child. And see, mind you, for me, marijuana is a medicine. I do not smoke unless I need it for something mentally or physically. For him, it is 100% recreational. It is like fucking drinking for